Puddles in the morning, puddles in the evening, puddles in the afternoon. Well, I'm a puddle boy and she's a puddle girl. The Puddles podcast is starting real soon.
All right, welcome to Puddles. I'm your host, Andrew Collin. I'm joined by my co-host,
Brenna LaRock.
Awesome. If you're watching on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and comment. I feel like when people watch on YouTube, the first couple, they comment like crazy because we're back, and then they just take us for granted. It's like, hey.
I agree. I think it's rude.
It is rude. So let's get 80 comments and 200 likes. I know I'm throwing out some big numbers here, but look, we want to do this podcast until I'm old and dead and Brenna's still young.
I'm going to keep the podcast going in your honor after you die. I am going to take over Puddles for you. Puddles is your legacy.
Oh my God, that's so sad.
It's literally tattooed on your arm.
Oh God, what did I do? I should have been a doctor. No, I should have I know. I guess that's better than just a bench. You ever see that? There's some guy's name on a bench.
I think that's sweet.
It is sweet.
Because the people that love them can go and sit on the bench and think about them.
Yeah, it's just a bench, though. But yeah, it is sweet, I guess. That being said, please like, subscribe, comment. If you're listening at home, please go put a review on iTunes. What a week this past week was. Huge week. Big announcement. I'm pregnant.
Well... You're not pregnant. Neither am I, though.
Yeah.
Somebody's pregnant, but it's not either of us.
Not lack of you trying to get me to do it. Brenna will lock me down. She'll get on top.
Only when we're having sex.
Well, that's...
I just mean, I'm like, wow, it'd be so hot if you came in me. But, any other day, I'm like, we probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't come in you when we're at the gas station. Dude.
Just in my mouth.
Yeah. Oh.
In my hand. A little gas station handy.
Oh, that'd be great.
That sounds like a back in the day story. Your mom and I used to go to the gas station, and sometimes she'd rub and tug and pump the gas. She'd be double pumping.
Why
Pump
can't
on
they
the
do
left
that now?
and then,
Why can't they do that now?
You could do it now.
But back in the day,
I'm saying do it now so later on when we're telling our kids stories, we can say back in the day.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
This is what we did.
Oh, man. There's just so many cameras now. Can't trust anything.
Yeah, we would get in trouble.
I don't know. If I saw someone getting a hand job, I'd just give them my buddy hooked up with this girl, she was psycho, and she wanted him to get her pregnant. This is crazy. So they'd have sex in the car, and she would be on top of him, and he's like, all right, I gotta come. Oh. And she would put her hands on the roof of the car and stay on him, and then he would just come in her, and then I think it probably turned him on a little bit, but it was insane.
Yeah, guys love crazy girls. But it's funny that he's telling you this, and he's like, but he keeps having sex. It keeps happening.
He got a lower roof, so her arms were easy. Yeah, it's insane, dude. Yeah, he was crazy, though. He's a crazy guy. He always had some crazy shit going on. One time he was hooking up with this girl, and he brought her, and let's just say she wasn't the highest class girl you've ever seen.
She was trashy?
She was pretty trashy. And he brought her to my mom's house in Florida. And my mom... First of all, I don't know if I've ever brought a girl home, maybe one to my mom. Never a one-night stand or a hookup.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
He brings her home to my house to stay for 2 nights. He didn't ask me. He just shows up with this, this woman that's eating tuna out of an old can. Just real trashy of a woman. And, she's leaving, and she drops her panties, and they're got stains on them. And I don't know if it's blood or poop or both. And my dog, Marge.
Yeah.
So Marge, who's just little runt of a dog, Disgusting dog. About to be dead, mind you. Probably bleeding and shitting itself, Goes to get after the underwear because the smells or whatever. And my mom goes, "No, Marge!" Like she said it like, Marge. Like she looked out for Marge. Because, and this is my buddy's girl. She didn't want the dog to get whatever
That's
that girl.
so good.
Yeah. Dude, it was.
Oh my god.
If you knew Marge, it's so much funnier too. Oh my god.
Wow. At work, we have to like check our bags before we leave, have our bags be checked.
Yeah.
And I was checking somebody's, and she did like a return or something, and so she like was bringing clothes out from home, and I didn't realize until after she left that she must have like had a pair of used panties in her purse. Sometimes you have to take your panties off. Like sometimes it's just too much. And they were just like on the counter at work, and I was like, I have to, like, it's up to me.
To do what?
To take care of them for her. And I was like, do I put them like in her locker?
On your head? Oh, so the girl worked there.
She worked there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was like, am I like, yo, you left your panties?
But they're dirty, so you don't want her to know that you saw them.
So I didn't want her to be embarrassed. They were cute panties too. I was like, bummer. So I threw them out for her. And I don't know, that's it.
You're like, should I put these in the garbage? Or
yeah, because I'm like, it's weird for me to like save her dirty underwear for her. I thought that was weirder, and if I had saved them and put them in her locker, I wouldn't have told her it was me. I just would have put them in there. Yeah. But then that would have made her anxious. Like, who was it? Like, who knew? And then, or do I just throw them away? And then she's either like, I don't know where my panties went. They could be anywhere. And I felt like that was the better choice. If it were me, don't tell me. Just throw them away. I
think what you do is you shit your panties and you show her that she's not alone in this. True. Like, everyone shits their panties.
Yeah.
Man, that's a good friend, though, to go through all those thoughts.
Yeah. We got a bidet sent to us, and I used it for the first time. And this morning, it's kind of like TMI, but I used it for the first time this morning, and I've never used a bidet before. So I was sitting on the toilet thinking, am I supposed to wipe before I cleanse or cleanse before I wipe? And
what did you go with?
I wiped and then cleansed, but then I realized that my butt was like wet, so I had to wipe again. So then I learned, I think that you cleanse and then you wipe, but I was just thinking of the bidet in a way that's like, when you like clean, you like pick up before the cleaning lady comes. Like I was like,
or brush your teeth before the dentist.
Yeah.
You didn't want the bidet to judge you.
Yeah. Like I was like, that's a lot of work for the bidet. Like
he's just a little lonely bidet.
Yeah, I was like, that's a lot for the first time. Let me take it easy on him.
That's nice of you.
I saw on TikTok that I thought of the bidet in that way, and when I see those little DoorDash robots that go by, and I get really sad for them because I just think about how they're all alone, just driving around the city. And then I saw on TikTok that's like placing like feelings and emotions to inanimate objects is like a symptom of like autism.
Oh.
And I've been doing that for like my whole life. So it's like that adds up. Can't help it.
A little slight. You never know. I mean, they do name them, and they have little eyes.
They make it so personal.
It's not like you like look at a fork and you're like, oh, Jeff. You know what I mean? Like they name Enrique is coming. Enrique again. Damn it. But
we saw one the other day named Levi. I thought that was a cute name.
It is always sadder when you see them at night.
Yeah.
They're always alone. They should do it in pairs. Maybe if they had a little friend.
Cute. And they make them blink. Like, it's the cutest thing. When I this summer in LA, I was walking with Mango in a cat stroller, and I saw one. It was coming up on the intersection I was walking up on, and I could just tell that this couple was walking and they spotted it too, and they were just dressed like they just flew in from Ohio, you know, an older couple here, definitely visiting their kid who's here to like find themselves and like finally come out
for
and
TikTok,
like and it was the first time they'd ever seen something like that. They both stopped in their tracks. I'm coming up with my fucking cat in a stroller. I was like, this is too much. Their head's gonna explode. And they were so fascinated. They were taking pictures of it, and they stopped and talked to me about it. They just were like, sis, what? Can you believe that?
They're like, what is that?
Yeah.
What is that cat doing in a stroller?
So.
It is, those things, I always say hello to them. I definitely I feel more, this is going to sound really bad, but like, I have more feelings for them than sometimes I see homeless people. I'll have less feelings for, and I don't know what that is. I mean, that's maybe because you see more homeless people than machines by themselves.
I think a lot of people assume that homeless people are like got themselves into that situation.
Oh yeah.
If you don't know their story, it's
so you're not empathetic.
Yeah, it's.
But and then I think with the bidet cleaning before, it's kind of like what's the thing that's on the ground, that the little robot that cleans up for you?
Oh, I know Roomba? Roomba.
Roomba. Yeah. You want to sweep for the Roomba. Because you don't, it's so funny to think of the Roomba judging you. Like, that's where we're going to get to, though, eventually. Like, robots, like, we're not even going to have a thought about it. Like, it'll be like laundry, and then some little, fold it. You're not going to feel bad at all. That's just the world we're going to live in.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. I can't wait for it to wipe my ass. Wouldn't that be great? If you have a little.
Well, we have something to wipe our ass now.
What?
The bidet.
No, I know, but then it doesn't wipe.
The follow up, like the dry.
Yeah.
The pat. You got to pat dry because you have some roids.
It doesn't help too to have hair down there with the bidet. The hair, it just looks like a wet dog.
No, but that's good because the hair can get all gross.
That's true.
If you let your bush get too long and you're on your period, you can have dried blood in your hair.
It's funny, you could be so poor, but if you have a bidet, you feel like a French aristocrat.
Dude, I lived in Europe for a year, and I think that they had bidets there, but I just didn't know how to use them, or I don't know. I just can't believe I've gone this long, and it feels good. It feels nice.
They've been doing it a long time.
I like to do full throttle.
Damn.
Yeah.
But you also,
and
that's nothing compared to what else you put in there.
I forgot that you can change the angle, so I was moving myself.
Are you dating a bidet? Do I have to worry? Are you DMing the bidet?
Dude, and then last night after we got it, and I just wanted to try it out, I was I tried it, and then later on I was like, what if I went on the bidet and then had a vibrator in the front? I wonder if anyone's ever masturbated with a bidet before. I can't be the first person to think of this.
Are you going to put eyes on the toilet and call it Levi?
I already had sex with a Levi. I can't name him that.
I love to come in on the toilet and Brenna's facing the toilet. You're sitting forward. Fucking
The water's spraying up on my clit.
Why are you going down on the bidet? Oh my God. So Brenna, the big news. Back to that. I mean, that's crazy that we went on that roller coaster, but you passed your esthetician license.
I did.
Your boards.
My state boards.
I'm so proud of you.
Thanks. I'm a licensed esthetician.
And I can finally say the word. Yeah, it was unbeatable. It is crazy when you see anyone over the age of 25 studying.
Yeah, but I wish I studied like that growing up.
Oh, yeah.
I could have, I don't know, I could have done so much
more. How far were you going to go? I really want to know how far you think. Because I have these same thoughts. If I just applied myself in physics, I could have been an astrophysicist.
But it took me really, truly almost that long to learn how. Well, one, just applied myself because I care.
Yeah.
But how to properly study, like learning how to study and what works best for you is nobody really teaches that. I mean, I guess in school they have different activities and you can kind of pick it up that way, but I don't know, I just didn't pay enough attention. I got by though. You know, in school, I think I told you I was like A, B's. Sometimes I had a C on subjects that were hard for me because my parents wouldn't let me not get good grades, but I never took honors classes and all those things.
Well, I think if you were able to get a 3.0 or a 2.8 like GPA and you procrastinated on everything and you only did all-nighters the night before, if you did a 3-nighter, you would get an A. Like
True.
So much of it is just having the ability to start studying a week or like the kid that learned in the class. I've never learned as a kid. Like when I was sitting in the classroom and the teacher was teaching, I never learned one term then. I only learned it the night before.
Yeah, me too.
This was me in class. I was like this, and I would doodle. This is me the whole class. Doodle, and then I would make fun of something. Dude, one time I was doing that. I was doing this, doodling, and then I was making fun of some kid's acne or something. And the teacher got so angry, this guy, Mr. Omeron, he grabbed me by my neck, and he dragged me to the principal, like 1,000 feet. Like, he didn't let up. And I'm still like, but this was me all class. I had ADD out the ass. I was just like, I couldn't focus then.
Did you always, on your report cards growing up, it was always that you're a disturbance in class and you talk too much?
Oh, yeah.
That was me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, if he only applied himself. I'd always get like a B and then an effort, like the worst effort. You know? And I don't know, it makes you think like, you know, there should be a schooling. It's so hard, like with just public school, but like there should be a classroom for kids, like a short bus.
Mentally challenged. There is.
No, but like for smart.
There literally is.
But
for smart ones, they say these are the smart.
Mentally challenged kids.
I was in one of those classes once in
smart mentally challenged, or just straight mentally challenged.
No, it was smart mentally challenged.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I got pulled out of class.
That was a longer bus.
Wait, but what was it for a subject or just for school in general?
I think it was like kind of for school in general.
Yeah.
Like I just remember like doing interior design and like picking out pillows.
Wow.
So I guess they saw the creativity, but no. They knew the math skills weren't there.
Yeah, I think I'm sure they have that. I mean, there is at this point, but like for kids that have ADD that are like this, that are probably better at studying, like standing up or like doing some kind of activity that helps them learn. So that's what
physical movement would always help me. Like I could make songs and stuff out of it.
You could make songs? What do you mean?
To remember things, I would make songs.
Yeah. Give me any. Do you remember any?
No.
You did this thing when you were studying. You were doing the acronyms.
Oh yeah, I love an acronym.
Yeah.
A lot of times, I remembered the 3 different stages of hair growth because it was ACT. Anagen, catagen, and telogen, and it's ACT. Everybody takes an ACT. And they're in alphabetical order. That's how I remembered a lot of other things too.
Your memory's insane.
I have a good, sharp memory.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's...
short term.
So, Brenna is studying, and she's like... I don't know. You had more time to... If you wanted to, you could have took the test, a couple weeks after that. You kind of gave yourself a short time limit.
I did. Because... I just wanted to get it over because once I knew that I had to take the test, I was an anxious mess, and it was hard for me to be at work because I was just thinking about how I should be home studying. So I just told work, hey, I'm taking 4 days off, and for 4 days I sat down. I thought I was going to be cute. I thought I was going to go to a coffee shop, put in my headphones, have a vibey moment. I couldn't. I needed to be in a silent apartment, laser focused, like highlighting and looking at a book, and I was at that table for like 9 hours a day.
Yeah,
I didn't do anything else.
And you were still so nervous. I would test you.
I was in the test.
Yeah,
and
so
my heart was
you were driving.
Yeah.
First of all, the test takers take their job way too seriously. These people, you go in there, they wouldn't let me stay on the same floor. I walked up with you. They had your phone off. They made sure nothing was in the bathrooms. They were just very...
They checked my ankles, made me empty my pockets. I had to take everything off of my wrists because maybe I had some, my bracelets were covering writing on my wrist. Who knows?
Yeah. And so then you take the
and
test.
they have a big, when you're getting... When the FBI is sitting you down and asking you questions, they had one of those fucking double-sided screens or whatever, and I could see, because I got up to go ask a question, and I could, barely see somebody behind the glass just looking at me, and I was like, this is so serious.
Yeah, it's like, calm down, dude.
Yeah.
It's skin. What are we doing? It's the biggest organ. Anyways, I remember.
Integumentary system.
Dude, you should just throw out big words every once in a while that you've learned. Yeah, so you took the test. It was a 70-minute test. I was in the parking lot, so worried. I was, pacing myself because my phone was dead. And yeah, you come back, and, yeah, you just...
Yeah.
I mean, how good did that feel? You were, shaking. You were, literally crying. I mean, it
yeah.
was,
Well, when I found out I passed, they didn't tell me. They were like, okay, go. It's done on the computer, They... gave me a key to go and get my stuff, and then I had to sit in the room with other people there to get licensed for whatever. And then they just call me up, and they're like, please sign this saying, we released your stuff back to you. And there was, a piece of paper, but it was flipped over, so I was like, fuck. That can't be good.
Yeah.
And then he flipped it over, and it took me a second, but it had my license on it at the bottom. And so then I was like, but they never confirmed that I passed. They just were like, can you, and then they finally were like, oh, and then sign your license here. And I was like, okay, I guess I passed. So I was smiling. I left out the room, and then I got in the elevator. And as soon as I got in the elevator, I just was like, oh, I started crying. I'm going to cry right now. Because I was just like, it's so relieving. You have a lot of adrenaline. So I think that was part of it. But then I was just proud of myself. So I started crying. And then I got to the parking lot. And I was looking for you, and then I found you in the car, and then I just put my license up on the driver's side window where you were, and you came out. You were like, "Let's fucking go!"
Dude, I was so happy. Why does it bring
and then
up?
I was smiling and crying. It was a lot.
Why do you think it brings up so much emotion?
Because I wanted it for for years, and then I don't know. I think how I judge myself versus how other people judge me, I think I haven't really accomplished much, something measurable. I think that's a better way to put it. So now that I could measure it and I could say I did this and then I did that and then I went here, I just feel like I accomplished something that I chose for myself, and I don't know, it was great.
There's something about I guess with society or family or whatever, or friend, you have to have this someone else has to solidify that you accomplished it.
Yeah.
You have to have this piece of paper, or a finish line for people to go, hey, good job, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
I can't just be like, oh no, I opened a podcast studio in my second bedroom. It's not there's no build up to it, It's hard to put your finger on that, but then to also find something that you have been talking about, wanting to be an esthetician for so long, that it's it was a goal, and you drove downtown to LA an hour and 10 minutes in traffic there and back every single day. You did hundreds of hours of school. You made it. It was a journey that you stuck to, and it's hard to stick to anything, especially because life gets in the way. And I don't know. I was so proud of you. It was so awesome.
Thanks. And nobody can take it away from me. It's it's education. No, once you have it, it's you have it. That's it's a good feeling. So. I
mean, now it's
Thanks.
It's gonna be so cool once you start working in a place, and you start. I don't know. It's just the beginning of the journey. It's kind of like when I took the driver's test, and and I passed in California because I used my phone to cheat.
It's exactly like that.
It's exactly like that. I did not know. Did we talk about that on here?
Oh my god, it's so funny.
I went to get a license because we have to get our car registered.
And
so our car is a few years behind on the registration, but it's COVID. It's COVID.
Yeah, when our car got stolen, aka Andrew lost it,
AKA.
we went down to file a police report, and the guy goes,
The cop.
the cop, it's two cops, and they go, what's the date of the expiration of the registration? This was 4 months ago. Andrew goes, it's April 2021. And he goes, I know. It's been a while.
I'm sorry.
It's COVID. And he literally goes, it's COVID. And then, I'm like, I was so, and there was like, it was a lot. It was so embarrassing. So then for one day, Andrew was like, I'm going to get the car registered. But the first
if we ever get it back.
The first step was that he had to get a license.
Yeah. So I had a Florida license, which is, and the car was registered in Florida, but I lived in New York. That might have been another scheme I was doing, trying to get cheaper insurance. But no, I don't know if I get arrested for admitting all this. But yeah, so I go in to get the California license. I'm fucking 43. I'm not too old where they shouldn't give me a license, and I'm not too young where I should have to take a test to show that my capabilities of driving or knowing the road. Also, if you haven't been in many accidents, they should look at your history and be like, oh, you're fine. You haven't had that many speeding tickets, whatever. So I go in there and I'm like, oh, just swap it out real quick. And they're like, oh, you have to take a test. I'm like, oh, I go, what? They go, a written test you have to take. And I'm like, okay, is it hard? They're like, no. I mean, it's whatever. And they were like, yeah, no, most people pass. And I was like, okay. You don't realize how little you know about the road until you have to. It's like if you had to take the SATs again. Like you would get a 400. I don't even know if I could read right now.
Like you can drive, but the technical stuff.
Dude, like the median, I don't know what's going on in there. The triple lines, what does that mean?
Definitely.
How long should you brake before?
It's beyond me.
So anyhow, I start taking this test. I realize I'm gonna fail.
That's so funny.
And everyone's like by me, but everyone's like, there's so much happening where like people are taking different tests or like, I don't know, there's just a lot happening where I just broke out my phone.
It was like back in the day, you were like,
oh yeah, I was just like, and I'm like,
same thing.
So I break out my phone and I'm typing in.
Under the table?
It's like, there's no table either. I'm like standing and I'm just like, I'm like, you should park under an underpass, while wearing shorts or whatever. And I start getting them, and I'm like...
You were just on Google search?
Google search.
Wow, you just trusted it.
But here's the funny thing. This is how dumb I am. And this goes back to when I used to cheat. I still couldn't find the answer. I still couldn't figure out the answer. So I'm cheating, and I'm looking at different things, and I realize my phone is going to die. So now it just turns into like an episode of 24 or whatever where like the clock is ticking from my phone dying and me finishing the test. And so I finally like get through 3/4 of the test, my phone dies. So the last quarter of the test, I have to go by my own dumb brain.
Wow.
And I was losing my mind. Anyways, I passed.
Did they tell you your score?
No. It just comes up, you passed. And I was like, and I just remember being able to walking out of there and telling my parents that I felt so accomplished. They're like, yeah, man. So same thing, pretty much. No, I mean, dude, it is, and we still haven't had the car registered. And we're moving. And we're selling the car.
One of my friends just got her car towed because she has an out-of-state expired plate. And
come on.
I'm not kidding you. She just got her car towed. She was parked in the street in Beverly Hills.
Oh,
So, anyways, she was telling me the story about how she has to go through all this. Her car's at impound. It was registered under her and her, like, one of her parents. She had to get the car released. They still wouldn't release the car to her, though, because she had an out-of-state license. She lost her license, and because she didn't have a license to surrender, she had to take her the same test as you. Same thing. Anyway, she's telling me all this, and the whole time I could just think about, like, our car could get towed. Like, we have to get the plates registered.
We made it this far.
We made it this far, and we're probably going to sell it soon, so whatever. At this point, it is what it is, but
yeah, we're going to have a whole episode on maybe moving.
Maybe moving. Anyways.
Yeah, I look out on the road, there's some cars that they don't even have license plates. You know, I just compare myself. Some don't even have doors in LA.
Yeah.
There's some cars here that have different parts from like 19 different cars and no license plate, and their windows are knocked out. And they're fine.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that besides that they don't have any plates. I think technically, as long as you're passing the emissions test, you're good to go,
It is funny that person having all their registration.
That is so funny. Oh, God. They got all their tags.
No, this is all a choice. I know exactly what I'm doing with my windows knocked out, with the glass still. There was that one guy. The glass was still, like the broken glass was still there. And he was just driving, like, I've never seen someone more chill in my life. If you could just chill and have all your windows knocked out with the glass still falling in your face and you're just, like, listening to Tom Petty, like, life's good, dude.
Dude, that's that California lifestyle.
That's why we gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
No, maybe. We'll see. Maybe moving. Coming soon to you. So, yeah. What else? Oh, we were gonna talk about a couple of stories. We did just we watched that movie last night.
Oh, what's it called?
Leave It All Behind, with Julia Roberts and Ethan Hawke, who I loved them both. Ethan Hawke was great. Training Day.
Who's Ethan Hawke? Is he the husband?
He's the husband.
Okay.
The movie's all about cyber attacks, the end of the world, and we need. They live in New York City. They go to the Hamptons to get away, to go rent an Airbnb for thousands of dollars. It's so funny when, like, people. I could not. If I had to go stay in someone else's house and paid like $20,000 to just like.
I would just go to the Four Seasons.
Yeah, go to a hotel.
Yeah.
What are you doing? It's so weird to be in someone else's bed.
Maybe because they're like a family. You and I don't have kids, so I feel like we would rather spend the money on going to the spa. But if you have kids and want to swim in the pool, that makes more sense.
So
anyways,
there's a cyber attack, and I don't know. These movies on Netflix where I don't think the dialogue's that good. Just the suspenseful music in these movies. It's always like
when you it's I don't know, like when you like click back in and you think about the music that's playing, that's all it is.
It's all
that's
music.
why it makes it so intense.
Dude, if you watch that without music, it would be the most comical thing on earth.
It's like, have you ever seen those music videos when they take the song out and they just have the squeaking noise of
that's what it would be.
That's what it is.
I mean, I guess shout out to the composers that do that. I mean, I guess you could say that about anything. You're like, if you just took the dialogue out, that movie would suck. But there is something to it where it's like filler.
Nothing is happening though.
Nothing's happening.
Just different scenes smushed together of like very catastrophic events.
Yeah. And boy, does it trick us.
Yeah. We were on the edge of our couch.
Yeah, I say that to say that they tricked us. We're dumb enough where.
Yeah.
And so it's everything, whatever. I mean, obviously we can't get too into cyber attacks because we're not smart enough. But everything's connected, and
it's crazy. A boat crashed.
Plane crashed, and the only thing that worked was a DVD player. And I don't know what that tells you. But it's all about escapism. Like this little girl, just constantly wants to watch Friends while the world's falling apart.
I love that you're saying that. Like, but you.
I just learned the word escapism.
Yeah, you
last
looked
night.
up what the fucking movie meant.
I cheated. I'm just
last night you were
I'm
like,
escapism.
I'm reading about the movie we just spent 2.5 hours watching to figure out what it means.
Here it is.
Then you gave me the synopsis like I wasn't there. So funny. That's why you wanted to bring it up.
That's a good point.
Someone hire him as a writer.
Oh, anyhow.
Yeah.
That and then, so do you recommend the movie? Do you think, I think
I liked it.
Yeah.
I'm not a big movie person, and it kept my attention for the full 2.5 hours.
I'd give it like a B.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I hated the ending when I saw it, and then when I read about it.
No,
when
that's what
research,
I do. That's what I do when I finish shows. I go on Reddit and I read the forums about how people like interpret it and talk about the characters, and then I'm like, wait, yeah, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah.
I was like, I just thought it was so much more simple, and people will talk about like the character development of like the Mindy Project characters, and I'm like, damn, I never thought of it that way.
Dude, I watch shows, and I'm just like, it could be the most intense, deep show ever, and I'm just like, he did like apples.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, she did really like Friends.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't really think about, I never go into the meaning of it. Yeah, and also, what will happen with me is I'll go on one Reddit or like one comment, and I'll be like, this show sucks because of blah, blah, blah. And I'll be like, yeah, that show does suck. And then I'll read another comment like, this show's amazing because of this. I'm like, dude, that last guy didn't know what he was talking about, you know? And like, I'll just constantly
disagree with the next person.
Ugh.
I think that has something to do with like sense of identity.
For sure. Dude, when I was a kid, I would be a skater, and then I'd be a surf rider, then I'd like Rage Against the Machine.
One of my favorite things stages that you had was when you wanted to dress like Larry David, and you have like you still have some of the overcoats that he would wear, and the other day you put one on and you were like, I think I can pull this off now, like I look good. And I was like, I couldn't even agree with you or try to make you feel better because all I could do was laugh at how ridiculous it was.
Dude, there's no getting in shape enough to look good in that coat. I don't know.
I just think you have a different body type than Larry.
Yeah, dude, he's also 70. Like,
save him for when you're older, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to get rid of him. I just think it's like a not now thing.
It's a weird age, 43, because it's like you're an adult. It's time to be a fucking adult. Like, I have friends that have like 17-year-old kids.
That's crazy.
I have friends that like kids are like in graduate school. Like, they just got their esthetician license.
And you're like their creepy friend who like has like a younger girlfriend.
Yes.
Like that's so
that they're all jealous of, and when I talk to them on the phone, they all want to bang, and they tell me. Maybe we should take that out, or keep it in, or highlight it. I don't care. They know who they are. So, what was I gonna say? I don't even remember. Yeah. So it's like a weird age where I want to look hip, but I also I can't.
It's so hard. I'm tired.
Because if I wear certain clothes, I'll look like an old guy trying to look cool, which is just insane. And then I don't want to wear too old of clothes because
you don't want to age yourself.
Yeah, I don't want to age myself.
Yeah.
So it's a tough age. Just hold on to whatever age.
But I think your outfit's good.
This one that I'm wearing?
And then you put on a hat that's like it's a cool hat. No, like your outfit's cool, but it doesn't look like I feel like you, to me, here's the other thing. Age is just a number in the sense that like,
that's what someone says to an old person.
No.
That's never said to someone that's like 17.
A 43-year-old with a 17-year-old is gonna dress different than a guy who has no kids and has a girlfriend in his 20s.
About a relationship.
You do. No, I'm just... No, I'm literally 19. No, I'm saying like you are younger in that way.
Yeah.
Like you are. I don't know.
No, I agree. I mean,
like,
yeah.
I don't know. I think it's the same as like there are influencers my age I see on TikTok who they like to go out and like they're a lot more social and like they are also influencers, so like they want to catch people's attention and like they dress way different than me. Like I don't dress as like promiscuous essentially, or like I don't want to say promiscuous, that's I don't like saying women are dressed promiscuously, but maybe you just have more exposed than me.
Yeah,
because like I'm in a it's just different. Like I'm just in a different stage, but we're the same age.
Well, we went shopping the other day. You got a gift card to Reformation.
Yeah, I bought all fucking crew necks. I just realized that. I was like,
and pants, but you got the basics.
I got basics.
The core. We were just talking about the core that you could build off of. And when you get a little bit older, that's all you care about is the core that just looks clean.
Yeah.
And then you build off of that. Like, it's also exhausting to try to look cool and hip and keep up with the times and be like, this week, oh, what is hot right now? Oh, I got to wear a fucking half turtleneck with, like, dragons. I'm not going to wear that. I'm not fucking staying on the trend. I can't. It's exhausting. So then you just get some monotone. You get a couple grays, a couple hunter greens.
You love a hunter green.
A navy blues.
Oh my God, Andrew creams his jeans over green. It's insane.
It brings out my eyes.
Yeah. Your beautiful green eyes.
Oh, it brings out your green eyes.
His beautiful green eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So you got your core. Dude, Brenna went to Reformation.
Don't.
I'm coming for you.
Don't judge me.
I'm coming for you. So she got a gift card for like $500.
I got 2 gift cards.
Yeah, I was gonna get to the second one, and then
sorry.
she got a second one for $250, right, or $200.
200.
So she had $700 to spend at Reformation,
which is like 2 shirts.
Yeah, I was gonna say you need that kind of money. If
I
you
did
want,
spend $230 of my own dollars. Yeah.
So you went to
so I spent
$930.
And the first time I purchased when they were having 25% off. 20% off.
That's how they get you with that gift
so
card.
So I essentially got $1,000 worth of over $1,000 worth of stuff for $900 something. And I didn't tell you this, but that coat the other day that I was showing you, I bought it and I already got it in the mail. But you were gone when it got delivered, so I unpackaged it and hung it up and pretended like it didn't happen. So I actually did just spend another $230. I have no business spending that money right now. But I needed it.
How much did you pay for rent last month?
$0. Listen, I have rent on back order right now, okay? I'm after paying you.
I should send you a gift card to the apartment. And
you
then
know
you'll
what?
be like,
you want me to look good.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I'd
you
rather
do.
Be ugly as shit.
You want me to look good and be warm, so I needed a coat.
I want you to look ugly as shit.
Listen, it's either I give you the rent money and you buy me a coat, or I don't give you rent and then I buy myself a coat.
Can't win. Damn it. I'd rather have shelter than you look good. I think you'd rather look
But
hot.
I might be able to get a shelter if I look good.
I can see you riding around on Levi the robot, looking good as fuck and smiling ear to ear rather than having shelter. And I don't want that. I'm too old for that. Where do I put my hunter greens? I need a closet. So
put them inside a Levi.
Brenna goes to Reformation with this gift cards. I think you went maybe 15 times in 4 days.
No,
I'm not kidding.
We did go to a lot of Reformations. I know all of them.
We went to every Reformation in LA, except for one.
Except for the one in Culver City. I have yet to go to that one. Here's the thing. The one on Melrose, they have the biggest selection, but
most popular.
It's the most popular because it's on Melrose. So they're always out of sizes. So if I see something at that store I like, they don't have the size, and everything's back ordered till January 15th because of the holidays, I'm going to the other store to get it. I'm not waiting.
Yes. No.
I want it now.
You want it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because by the time it gets delivered, it's going to be on sale, and I would have bought it at full price, so I'm pissed. Yeah. I know the patterns.
So we go in there. Brenna tried on probably 50 different things each time, too. It's a whole process.
I'm reinventing myself.
I like it. I'm with you.
I am a caterpillar coming out of its shell or whatever. And my wings are spreading, and I needed some new stuff for that. So
I feel like for that statement needed suspenseful music.
But here's something,
What's
not
something?
a lot of women can say. I actually love taking you with me because you pick out things that maybe I wouldn't pick out for myself, but you're like always right, and you're good at noticing like the in between of like that it's appropriate, but it's still like it's attractive. Like I want my clothes, I want you to be attracted to them or like what I'm in, obviously. So I don't know. I feel like you help me. You really do help me. Like you sit down, you look at clothes with me, and you sit down and you wait for me to come out and show you everything. I think you're really sweet.
I think I have a good eye of budget plus what's needed plus what you'll wear the most.
And I like that.
So those three things, you stay under the budget, you get something that you'll wear the most, and something that you look the best in. Those are the three things. And so, like, the outliers, the funky jacket that's another $600 extra isn't needed right now. Now, if we were millionaires, just go in there and fucking, who gives a shit? Buy the whole fucking store.
Right. Yeah. But if you want to send me Reformation gift cards, I would, love that.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Or cash to go to rent.
Or PayPal.
All right. So for this episode, you guys wanted to talk about how it's hard to make friends as an adult and how annoying it is. So I thought it would be fun to have some icebreakers for you guys to start some conversations. So for when you guys meet new people, so you guys can practice on each other with these, going back and forth with these icebreakers on the cards.
All right, so who goes first?
Doesn't matter.
All right.
Taylor's choice.
Go ahead, ladies first. Reformation first. Just the first one. Let's see.
How would you spend $50,000 in one afternoon?
I'd probably pay my back taxes. And then from there, I'd probably be taxed again on that. And then I'd just be fucked. That and probably take you to Reformation.
Can you pay my credit card bill?
Yes, I would pay off all our debt, and then whatever we have left over, I would take you on an amazing dinner. Then get a hotel room.
4 seasons.
4 seasons, maybe even 5. And then I would get us room service. Then I put oil.
Only the finest oil, though.
The best oil. Olive oil.
Ew.
Then I'd cook you up. And then I'd eat you.
Oh, on a little fry pan.
Yeah, well, what would you do for 50 grand?
Oh, is it both of us?
Sure.
I would pay off our debts.
No, I just paid the debts off. You have your own 50.
Oh. I would go to Reformation. I would take...
It just feels...
I would take you to a James purse. I would take you to the golf store to get you the new the new driver that you want.
That's nice of you.
Yeah, and maybe I would pay somebody to go golfing with you.
Man, that's sad.
And then I would spend the rest for us to go to Mexico for the weekend. And I just loved when we were in Mexico.
In Cabo.
Oh, I loved it.
Eating that.
Oh, it's a secret trip.
Tuna tartare. No,
Yeah.
it's fine at this point.
That was so fun. I love.
I like that neither one of us were like, we should get our car registered.
And then I would pay somebody to register, our
yeah,
car.
pay someone else. Buy a new car and register that one.
Pay the unpaid tickets I got in LA
So funny to-
downtown
Yeah.
that I never
Shh.
did.
We're leaving. All right. What's the most recent picture on your phone and why? Ooh. I don't know about this. This is kind of... Why does it it's you know what it is neither one of us would ever cheat, ever. But you know when you go on the airplane and you always, especially when you go to Mexico or whatever, and you always think you have cocaine in your bag, but you didn't even do cocaine?
My most recent photo on my phone is you outside of a burger truck that we went to last night with Mango, and we got free burgers.
We did. We got so this truck. We'll give them a shout out. Heavy Handed at Burgers. They're out of Venice. They have a food truck that was outside of someone's house for their birthday.
Yeah, like right around the block.
And we rolled up on someone.
Literally, we rolled up with Mango in the stroller.
And we're like, "Oh, can we order something?" And we didn't think it was gonna be free.
Yeah.
But whatever we got was on the house.
It was on the house.
Yeah.
Because they have smash burgers, which I only eat smash burgers. So if you live in LA, go eat Heavy Handed. It's so good. Their fries are okay, but to me, their burger,
It was delicious, and the fact that it was free, it just shows.
They were so nice too. Like it felt like hometown nice.
It felt like hometown.
Hallmark movie nice, and
there was something about it like being parked on the street. It was almost like when you would get ice cream as a kid, and the ice cream guy would be like, if he wasn't too disgusting and scary. But that's how it felt. It just felt like for the first time we were getting like some peace and quiet with a nice burger that was free.
I think that in the dark they couldn't see Mango in the stroller, and so they thought it was a baby. And that happens like when I'm trying to cross the street and stuff too. Like people will just let me go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they for sure think I have a baby. Like I've got the mom haircut. Like they're like, that bitch needs a break. Let's give her a free burger.
She has all the core outfit on. That's definitely a baby. No, it's a cat.
Yeah, I've got my crew neck t-shirts.
Yeah, I don't know. I think because we pay, everything is fucking expensive in the world. I got toilet paper today, $30. Paper towels, $35.
Well, you buy in bulk. Nobody asked you to buy 4 6-packs of toilet paper.
You have a way of being so rude.
Okay. Sorry. It's not rude. It's blunt.
So what do you want me to buy? A Lucy of toilet paper? You want me to buy one roll?
I only buy it in 6 rolls because it's cheap.
No, it's not. Then you run out of it, then you got to buy them again. It's the same price.
It feels better that way.
No, it's cheaper to buy in bulk. My point is that you buy shit. Everything's fucking expensive. Everything wants a tip. A coffee costs $12. A drink costs $18. We got 2 free burgers, and it felt like heaven.
It did.
Because of it.
A little slice of heaven.
Yeah. Because we didn't get the burgers in bulk.
All right. What's the last photo on your phone?
I have a photo of me at the gym flexing, sending it to you, my one friend. And where you wrote, instead of going, "Hey, you look good," because obviously that's what I wanted, you wrote, "Where you at?"
I was like, "Where'd you find a gym? Who let you in?"
Yeah, why are you having a good time while I'm at work?
I literally was like, "Why? Where are you?"
You just wrote WYA.
You know, it's so funny because I sent that and then I was like, wait, I'm supposed to be like, wow, baby, you look so hot. But I just forgot to send that follow-up.
Yeah, if a guy sends you a fucking picture of him next to weights and you don't go, wow, your arms look big, he wants to fucking cry.
Well, I got to keep you on your toes. All right.
All right.
My turn. No, my turn.
No, it's my turn.
No, it's literally my turn.
Andrew, you asked that last question.
Yeah. If aliens landed on Earth, who would you recommend they talk to?
Who would I recommend aliens talk to? I would say maybe you could talk to someone that, a creditor, because I don't want to talk to them. Someone that's calling me for money. I'll be like, yo, hey, alien, take care of this. Either that or it'd be pretty cool to fucking FaceTime with an alien. Like someone that told you would never make it or something, and you'd be like, look at this fucking long hair finger motherfucker with no hair and a big head and eyes and a spaceship.
That's so scary.
I'll be on top of the spaceship, like fucking.
You'd be like, take a photo.
Yeah, keep hating. You never thought I'd fucking make it, dude?
Yeah.
Look who picked me. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I'd call like that old teacher that threw me by the neck. Actually, I can't. He's dead.
Next.
What about you?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
That just shows the difference between girls and guys. Like, guys think about aliens all the time, and
I actually don't care.
it's kind of the Roman Empire thing, even though I don't think about the Roman Empire that much, but I do think about it.
But it's true. If somebody was trying to make friends with me and they were like, if you could recommend I'd be like, I actually does something I don't care about. Are you cool with that? Like, can we still be friends?
Yeah, there's so many things that I don't give a shit about you, like what you like, and vice versa. Like, we'll be listening to something, like a different podcast or whatever, and we both turn it off knowing the other person hates it.
If Andrew locks in the apartment when I'm listening to something, I'm like, it's like you're catching me, like, doing something genuinely wrong. I'm like, because we both get really triggered by voices, I think, like, that are jarring to us. So sometimes you'll be listening to a podcast on your phone, and then we get in the car, and it immediately starts playing in the car, and I'm like, before we even are backed up in the driveway, I'm like, turn it off!
Yeah, because I'm listening to the broiest conversation. Just two guys being like, yeah, fucking World War II is when they would fucking stab each other in the neck.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'd rather.
I can't.
Yeah, and I feel the same way when you put on certain music. Okay, how would you escape from prison?
I think I would just chill in prison. Like, I'm too scared to escape. I think, if anything, I would sneak out in, like, a laundry bag. Or, like
Wait, how are you getting in this laundry bag?
I just feel like if I'm in prison, I give up. That's where I'm supposed to be. But if I had to say, I would go in, like, something they transport out because I'm small. Like, I feel like I could curl up. I can fit in all of our suitcases, and you can zip it. Like, I could fit in something like that.
I can see that. Yeah,
I would always obviously have to do it naked or, like, in, like, a sheet toga so they didn't see the prison uniform, and I would just slide on out.
But then you'd be naked in the street.
Yeah, someone's going to help me that's naked in the street.
That's a good point.
Yeah, they'd be like, let's help this
no one thinks criminal.
Vulnerable young girl.
No one thinks, like, oh, that must be someone that's killed a guy.
Yeah.
It's just a naked, cute girl in the street. Yeah, no one's in prison because they're, like, unless you're, like a white-collar crime where you, like, you know, insider trading or something, you're not in there because you're a mastermind that has a strong work ethic, which kind of lends its way to, like, breaking out of prison. Like, no one's figuring that out, and you can't even figure out how to not be in there.
Yeah.
Like, mine would be ridiculous. I would get 2 feet outside my cell.
Dude.
I'd go, literally, this is me breaking out of prison.
Way.
I go, the guard would turn around for a second, I go,
I think that
like, it would literally just me tiptoeing like this, and then him going, are you trying to go? I'm like, nah. Nah, dude.
I don't know. I just think we're both have personalities that would just...
Oh, we're in there for life.
We're just chilling.
Alcatraz? What am I going to fucking swim through sharks?
If you give me spicy cup of ramen, if that's what I have, and some pack of cigs, like, I'd be fine.
Yeah, the guard would be like, you can leave. I'm like, I'm good. I don't have to pay rent.
And I don't have to wax my upper lip. Like, I'm chilling. I'm good.
I get fucked in the shower and eat ramen. Win-win.
Oh.
Wait, am I gay? All right.
My turn.
By the way, this should just be the podcast. Can you just do these all the time?
All the time.
Ooh, describe the most memorable meal you've eaten.
Most memorable meal I ever ate. Damn. You always, like, when these kind of questions, you don't think to, like, last week. You always think, like, years ago. Oh, it was over the mountains of... Actually, here's a memorable dinner that I had was with 3 buddies, and it was on top of a mountain in Canada, and you took the gondola up the mountain, and we got fucking hammered. We all drank red wine. It was like the most romantic dinner ever, like eating fondue together. Like, just 4 dudes eating fondue. And I'm like, if I'm going to blow you, it's tonight. I'm like, if we were in prison, we'd be blowing each other for sure. So, and then when we were coming back down the mountain, the gondola got stuck. And we were up there for like an hour and a half. And we had to like have that thought like.
You guys had to fuck.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, we have to fuck. So we're fucking each other.
Stuck in a gondola.
So I'm gondoling down on my buddy. We're gondoling each other.
Okay.
No, we were stuck in there just long enough. We're like, okay, who am I gonna eat first? But I'm stuffed because we had a big meal.
Yeah,
but like tomorrow morning,
ate a lot of cheese.
Tomorrow morning for breakfast, who am I eating? Is it Rusty? And I just remember we're all sitting up there like, because your brain changes with something like that to survival mode. Anyhow, what memorable dinner do you have?
I don't know. The only memorable is different from like delicious. So like memorable, I'm thinking about when my parents like basically were like
What did they do?
Like when we thought they were gonna split up, and they got in like a really big fight at dinner in front of all of us, and my mom started throwing dishes everywhere.
Nice.
That's my most memorable dinner. But I don't remember how it tastes. So yeah.
It's like broken ceramics.
Yeah.
Tastes like a broken home.
I really can't think of any meal that was more memorable than that. And somebody frisbeeing a fucking dinner plate across the kitchen.
And then you packed your bags to leave, and she's like, yeah. You're staying with the plates.
She said, I meant I was leaving, not all of us.
Not all of us. There's only one room on this motorcycle. Mom, you have a van. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. If you were a potato product, what would you be?
A potato product? I'm a hash brown, baby, through and through. Pop me in the air fryer, just give me a little toasty. I'll be nice.
A little tater tot.
Ugh, yum.
I'm a baked potato with everything on it.
Yeah, you
extra
are.
Extra sour cream, extra cheese.
The chives, the onion chives.
So many chives.
Yeah. With a little... No, you know what I am? I'm the Taco Bell potatoes.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm the Taco Bell potatoes. Those are so good.
Cheap, but like...
And if you get them, add tomatoes to them and add, obviously, their fire sauce or their hot sauce. Dude, it's like potato soup.
Our big argument the other day was... Not argument. Our big take was that salsa... I don't even know if you call it salsa. Sauce from Taco Bell is better than any salsa in any restaurant, in any Mexican restaurant in the world. Taco Bell, they do more research and development on this stuff.
They have cute little sayings on them.
They have cute little sayings on them.
They make it interactive.
We got a burrito the other day. They gave us salsa. We dipped it in that salsa. We're like, it's not doing it. It's not hitting it. It was a burrito from a different place. We got the Taco Bell. It changed the game.
But it's because it's such a distinct flavor that doesn't matter what you put it on. When you put it on there, you feel like you're eating Taco Bell. I think that's what it is. It's like a mind trick.
Could just be a mental
It's the same thing with like Chick-fil-A sauce. Like if you bring Chick-fil-A sauce home, make nuggets at home, but dip your nuggets in the Chick-fil-A sauce, you're eating Chick-fil-A. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Chick-fil-A, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Because like a cheesy roll-up is the same anywhere. But if you add the exclusive Taco Bell hot sauce, it's Taco Bell.
So that's our take. That Taco Bell sauce is better than any sauce in the world.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got?
If you were a drag performer, what would your drag name be?
Drag performer, what would my drag name be? Drag 'em. Kind of like that.
Drag 'em?
Like, you know,
like
how they
dragon,
say,
but with an M? Or like dragon?
You know, like drag him,
them.
like drag him through the streets. Like, don't girls say drag him?
I don't really know how drag names work. Like,
yeah, that's probably too on the nose.
Are they like stripper names? Like, do they take like absurd, just like? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, then maybe like electric fire or something.
Electric fire? Wait, I kind of love that. I imagine you like in like a Kiss character drag, kind of like you would have like a lightning bolt somehow, like, but it was painted on your face, but it was like sparkly.
I can see that. What would your name be?
Lil Mama. Okay. What law do you think needs to be made? Oh, did I just? Sorry.
Yeah,
well, let's just go.
Okay.
What law do you think needs to be made? Oh, I have one.
All right, what is it?
No, you go.
Go ahead.
I think that just like how people cash in on like Social Security, like whatever that age is, I think it's like 68. They should have to take like a road driving test. I think that there should be a cutoff age, and then you have to retest. Just like any other license, you have to get it renewed. I think that you should have to get your license renewed.
Is there a certain age?
And if you have a certain number of infractions, I guess they kind of do take your license away. But like, if you, let's say you get in 2 accidents or 3 accidents a year that your insurance says you're at fault, which sometimes is a crack of shit, like a load of fucking bullshit. But you should go take a road test.
And if you fail that road test, you can't run for office either.
No.
You can't do anything.
Because that's around the same age that people start running for office.
It's insane. I like that one. I was actually thinking the same one. I was thinking, like, what age is the cutoff where you shouldn't be allowed to drive? It's insane. When you see an old woman, like, going, or man, whatever, and they go across the road, they, like, you could tell because they don't do it fast. And they'll go slower than the speed limit, and it's not even like they're trying to get over. It's like their right arm is just getting heavier.
And their steering wheel's always, like, above their head.
Yeah, they're always...
Like, they're just slumped down. I'm like, how do you even see over the windshield or over the dashboard?
And then they're like, vote for me for president of America.
Well, once they're president, then other people drive them around. So maybe that's what's going on.
Why did your parents give you your name? I have no... because in the Jewish religion, you're named after, like, a relative, same letter. So my grandpa Al died, and we don't believe, like, to do, there's no juniors in Jews.
Name after the dead.
Yeah, so I was Andrew.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And your Jewish name is Eliyahu. Eliyahu. I love calling you Eliyahu. That's your name in my phone.
And how did you get your name, Brenna?
Well, my birth mom's Irish, so I think it was just like an Irish name. Brenna's an Irish name. And then my middle name, Alexis. My birth dad's name is Alexander, so it's like after my birth dad. Yeah.
Did your adoptive parents, you think, ever wanted, when you get a new pet at the store and you're like, I'm gonna like, Mango wasn't Mango's name.
Wait.
Was Mango's real name Brenna?
They wanted to rename me?
Yeah.
No, I never thought about that.
Because you were young enough where it could have...
I think I did have a friend growing up that also was adopted, and she changed her name when she got adopted. Her name was Alex. Ironically, her name was Alexandra, and she named it to Isabel. Or she changed her name.
How old was she when she was adopted?
Too young, like 9.
And she was able to change it?
Her parents let her change her name, like choose her name.
It could have been anything? Could have been like mustard or whatever?
Yeah,
and she went
like
with
they were just like, do what you want.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I think I think maybe it crossed my mind, but I think also there's a lot of paperwork with that, and I just don't think my parents were like down for that.
Yeah.
Plus,
also, you were so young, it didn't.
Yeah. Well, yeah. When I was officially adopted, though, I think it was in, I want to say 2008, so I was like 12 when I was officially adopted. Was I? Or was it in 2000? I was either 8 or 12. No, I was 8. Maybe I'm mixing up 2008 with 8.
If you had to switch legs with any animal, which animal would you choose?
Switch legs? That's so silly. Something with cute paws, like fuzzy paws. Like, so I want long legs, though. So maybe, like a cat? Well, cats have short legs.
Cats don't have long legs.
I was thinking, like, giraffe, if you were thinking long legs.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want to be cute. Like, if I'm going to have animal legs, like, I better look cute.
Yeah, but a lot of animal legs are very skinny.
Wait, can you imagine me with all fours and I'm a cat, but it's the rest of my body and I'm always horizontal?
I can. Pretty easily, honestly.
Okay, I get it. Ha ha ha. 28 minus, I think I've been adopted for 17 years.
Oh, that's why you're still, I can tell when Brenna's still thinking about something else.
I think it's been 17 years.
She's like, enough about the horse legs.
So yeah, I was 12.
Gotcha. Legs-wise, I honestly, I love my leg. I feel like I have legs of like a horse. I would change my...
Oh my God.
I would get a...
Wait, like in one of those like horsemen?
Yeah, like a centaur.
Yeah. Dude, you'd be a sexy centaur.
I kind of am that.
Yeah, I could see that for you.
Yeah, I like my legs. I wish my circle around my waist was more of a, like, I almost wanted to say chimpanzee, but they kind of have like a belly. Gorillas are pretty cool, but I don't know, something with like a skinny little waist.
For centaurs, that's the transitional area.
Yeah.
So it'd kind of be like no one's really looking at it, and then you just get like the last little bit of like that middle ab.
Yeah.
And then you got your pecs.
Mm-hmm.
You can get reconstructive nipple surgery. And then
no one ever mentioned that.
I'm pretty sure that we've talked about it before. I don't know. I didn't just think of that. That definitely came from somewhere.
I was talking about my torso. You have to keep going to my nipples.
I'm just saying because then they're like on display. Unless we put a shirt on you.
But if I was an animal, maybe my nipples would make more sense.
Yeah, that's true. Like, because you have to like feed something else.
Yeah. I don't know. They're just more animalistic than human. Yeah, that was a fun game. What we have? Oh, voicemails.
So we got so many voicemails, but we're going to limit it to just these 4. So thank you guys for sending them in.
Yeah, thank you for leaving the voicemails. I know it's a little daunting to think that thousands of people are going to listen to your take or your story or whatever, but we love them, and we think it makes the show better. So please leave voicemails. I think the website is
in the description.
Speakpipe.com.
Yeah.
/
in
Puddles.
the description.
And in the description.
Yeah, the correct one's in the description, but we think it's that.
Okay.
All right, here's the first one.
People are lazy. They don't want to go all the way to the description.
Hey, Andrew and Brenna. It's Maddie from Iowa. Real quick, I wanted to let you guys know you're both, like, incredibly fucking hot. Like, really fucking sexy. Like, I can't choose which one's more hot, so just don't forget about that. Keep that in mind. But what annoys me about making friends as an adult is there's, like, that moment where one of you has to have the balls to say, like, I want to be friends, or let's be friends, or do you want to be my friend? And it sounds so just dorky, and I hate it. But if you don't have that moment, then it's hard to progress from, like, just being work friends or, like, just someone you meet out. So, yeah, it's annoying. I hate that you can't, like, fall into it as quickly as you did, like, in school as a child. You have to have that weird moment. Anyway, love you both, sexies.
I love that. Love you both, sexy.
I mean, what a way to make a friend by saying
you.
how hot they are.
Yeah, wait, do you want to be friends?
Yeah.
Do you want to be more than friends? Yeah, I feel like the way around that is to just keep asking them to do things. Like, if you're, like, work friends with somebody, instead of, like, let's get a drink after work, be like, I'm doing this on the weekend. Do you want to come along? And I also always love, like, new people that I'm trying to scope out. I'll invite them to group things.
So it's not a one-on-one.
Yeah, it's like
so there's
less
not as much pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You don't want to do, like, a check yes or no box.
Yeah.
As an adult.
Yeah.
Just comes off creepy and desperate.
But it is easy to get caught in that, and then you're just like, this person I, like, invite to go do, like, group things, and then you're like, you don't go deeper than that.
Maybe don't ask them. Just tell them they're your friend. Just be like, dude, we're such good friends. And then if they're, like, quiet and silent, just slowly jump out of your car.
Or be like, I'm so glad we met.
I'm so glad we met and became friends and best friends, and I love you.
I'm so glad we're friends now.
You're so hot.
Sexy.
You're so fucking sexy.
Centaur sexy.
Yeah, so try a group setting at first and slowly get into it.
All right, here's the next one.
Hi, Brenna and Andrew. It's Gabby. I love listening to your guys' podcast. You guys are so funny, and I feel like we're always hanging out when I listen to it. But anyways, the thing I hate most about making new friends is that awkward phase from coworker or classmate to friend. Like, it's never talked about. It's never brought up. It just magically happens, and I hate that awkward phase because I'm confused, and I just feel like, are we friends yet? Are we not friends? Do you not want to be my friend? And then I don't want to ask, and then it's just awkward, and that's my least favorite part about making new friends, that awkward phase.
That's my classmate, Gabby.
Oh.
We are friends, babe. You are my friend. Oh.
That's very
Gabby,
nice
I
that
love
she
you.
left a message.
Yeah.
Well, it sucks because then if you go, are we friends? And they say no, then you have to work with them. So every day you're just like.
No, you lie.
Huh?
You lie.
Who lies?
You say, yeah, we're friends.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying the scary part is that they say no, and then you have to be with them.
Oh.
With that tension, and then I guess it's almost better to know, but
yeah.
I mean, so many people you work with that think they're your friend, but you just happen to come across past because you both decided to get a shitty job.
Wow, this sounds like eerily.
No.
Sounds like something like.
No, nipples? No. Not at all. Yeah, there's a coincidence. But it's so hard to meet people outside of work. That's the problem. Unless you like sign up for a kickball team or some shit, you're gonna be friends with people that you work with.
I feel like you make friends very easily. Everybody likes you.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're friends or they're just acquaintance.
The other two.
No, we're not getting.
Okay.
All right. This next one.
We'll tell her later.
Okay, yeah, I want to know.
All right, I had a friend.
Yeah, no.
A friend had a problem, a big problem, and I said, "Oh, I'm so sad for my friend." I told Brenna this.
But it's the first time I've ever heard about this friend.
And then she goes, I was sad. And she's like, "Oh, that's so sad it happened to your acquaintance." Which made it.
I said, I'm sorry. But
I'm sorry that
your
happened to your
acquaintance is going through that.
First of all, Brenna's never said the word acquaintance.
I definitely Googled it.
Yeah.
Google search bar. What's the name before friend?
So I don't know if in your mind you didn't want me to be depressing all day. Or like, don't make this about you. I don't know why, but you definitely downplayed it to acquaintance.
Sorry.
Why did you do it?
Because I never heard about
I know, but even then, why do you go to acquaintance? You wanted...
Because you say everyone's your friend. And I just like... I don't know. Oh, not my ring. My ring just fell off. Skinny.
Scandalous.
All right, here's the next one. From your acquaintance, Sam.
That people are trying to make friends with you when you don't want a new friend. No person on Facebook Marketplace who I bought a toy for a kid from. I don't want to go and get coffee with you this week as a friend. I have enough of those. I'm not trying to meet people while I'm out here spending $5 on a toy on Marketplace. Thanks, though.
I've had a guy ask me out after I sold him a coffee table on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. What?
I think we were together.
No, we weren't.
Oh, that was a different guy.
Yeah.
That was a different acquaintance. Yeah, that's how hard it is to fucking meet people. I mean, that's different dating than friends, but
like
still.
that's the epitome of like if you're a cool person or if you're a good-looking person, it's like if you say something to somebody that's like low-key creepy, it's not creepy because you want them to say it. It's like if a guy hits on you and he's ugly, you're like, what a creep. But if he's But if the person seems cool and interesting, it is kind of a cool way to meet people.
But here's the thing. This is the difference, and I think this is why people get caught up in being friends or asking the person out. When you're selling something in a store, you go into the store, you go, "Hey, I'd like to have, the bicycle. Here's a bicycle, sir. Thank you. Have a good day." There's no DMs. Marketplace, you're DMing.
True.
What's your location? What time we meeting up? Are you free Tuesday night? You're doing everything for a date or for a friendship that you would do. Texting back and forth. So then you finally meet up and it's like, dude, we're like made for each other. It's like, no, I just want the fucking bike.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. And I think that's why people think they have a connection that isn't there.
But have you ever made friends with like a shop teller or anything?
Yes, because I went back so many times.
Cute way to meet someone.
Well,
I know somebody who found their partner that was a customer in the store, and they actually ended up being a very toxic relationship. But I'm just saying, they spent a few good years together, and then he sued her at the end of the relationship. No, she sued him. Go off, Queen.
Our last one.
The funniest story I have about making a new friend would be that I met this girl through Instagram. We had mutual friends, and I invited her over for just like dinner one night, whatever, just hang out. And I chucked a piece of pasta at the wall really hard and fast, and like without warning, like as soon as she walked through the door. And she was like definitely weirded out at first, but then we started laughing really fucking hard. And we had a really good friendship up until I fucked her dad. Needless to say, we're not friends anymore. But yeah, that's like the funniest story that I can think of.
That's like me talking about my most memorable meal.
Dude,
Just
that
took
girl
a great
rules.
moment and ruined it. Wow. Oh my god. That reminds me.
You fucked your friend's dad?
No, never.
You threw pasta at the wall?
That's how you check to see if the pasta's done.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought she was just like doing a prank.
Maybe.
But yeah.
But I used to follow this YouTube couple for years. And they had a nanny. And they have 4 kids together, this couple. Their nanny is married. They don't have any kids, the nanny. The couple with the kids ends up breaking up. And the girl, the wife or whatever, and the nanny and her husband break up, and the nanny was like best friends with the wife. The wife ended up hooking up with the nanny's husband, and now they're engaged to be married.
Oh, we were just telling that story.
Can you believe that? One of your best friends marrying your ex-husband? That's crazy.
Well, that reminds me of the Good Morning America couple.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see the Good Morning America couple? They cheated on their spouses.
Oh, yeah.
They end up dating each other. They get fired because of it, because they didn't announce it, which is insane. There's fucking people that say you can't fuck your people you work with.
Isn't it kind of like sexual harassment that they got fired?
How so?
Like, there's like that law
that says you can't.
It's like you can't be discriminated against for like I don't know, like your preferences. Isn't that a thing?
Well, I don't think one of your preferences is just your coworker.
Oh yeah, like you have to disclose if you're having sex with your coworker.
Which is so weird. Like some nerd. Think about like someone in business. One guy pretty much like established this. He's like, look, you can't have sex with anyone else. Some like insecure dick. You know, maybe he was hiring some women. It's like, because he wants to sleep with them probably. Yeah. He's like, you can't sleep with anyone else. And if you do, you got to tell me.
It's so weird.
What? And then you got to be like, oh, hey, Bob. Like, how romantic is that? Like, you know, oh, you decide you love each other. And then you got to bring Bob in and be like, hey, Bob, just want to let you know that I'm passionately in love with this woman. And if we could get the okay from you, we want to pursue it.
Yeah,
well, like, yeah, that's all right.
It's a big scandal for Good Morning America, though.
It's a great scandal. Also, keep them on air.
For the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People would stay in for that. It would be unbelievable. Now they have like some podcast, whatever. So they end up getting fired. Also, the other part of it was that they were cheating, which is like, that has nothing to do with their job. But apparently they were separated, claiming actually to be like divorced before.
To each of their partners.
Yeah, before they even started. But now their partners are banging each other and dating each other. Andrew Shue used to be an actor.
Good for them.
I think that's great out of spite, and it's fun. But I think a year in, you realize your origin story, and I think you'd get over it. It'd end up being like, it might like, at first it's hot, it's cool, fuck them.
Yeah, good for them.
But then eventually, I think it would be like...
Not every relationship has to be forever. Just have fun.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, and then then you leave each other and you cheat on each other.
Yeah. Have you ever heard that saying, how you get them is how you lose them? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm going to lose you to Instagram.
Oh, shit. I'm going to lose you to Reformation. All right, you got a skincare tip?
Yeah, somebody asked me, somebody DM'd me, which is a good way to, if y'all just want to DM me, do that. I'll answer it on here. Somebody asked if I have knowledge on acne scar minimizing. So a true acne scar is like a pitted scar, just to be clear. So if you're talking about like, post-inflammatory, like it's called erythema, like just redness from a blemish, then healing and like brightening products are going to help with that. Mostly just healing your barrier. But if you're talking about true pitted acne scars, it's you have to stimulate collagen production. So it's basically like a loss of collagen and like it's scar tissue, like your skin or the white blood cells, whatever. It essentially just like attacked the cystic acne so bad that it pitted your skin. So good ways to stimulate collagen are going to be, really, I would go see a medical esthetician and look at doing a series. You have to do a series. You can't, one treatment's going to help, but for optimal results, you have to do a series of either laser resurfacing treatments or microneedling. Microneedling is going to be the best. You could do like a radio frequency microneedling. And then, that's what I would say. Get on a treatment plan with an esthetician.
Love it.
Yeah.
And then, thank you so much for listening. Hope that advice helps some people with scarred acne. And subscribe, like, leave some voicemails, comment if you're watching on YouTube. And, thank you so much for listening. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.
Because you get down and then everyone will come over here.